Hi, and welcome to another one of my whiskey reviews. Tonight is a little bit different. Recently, I attended the London Whisky Club tasting of Loch Lomond Whiskies, and in front of me are three of those whiskies that we tried recently at the club evening. I got a chance to bring them back with me and review them on camera for you, and tonight is going to be a little bit different. First off, I'm going to try each of the whiskies in three different videos, and I'm just going to nose and taste them and tell you about the whiskies. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you a bit about the distillery. So Loch Lomond Whiskies were originally producing on the site of Loch Lomond, the north of the loch, in 1814. But due to poor record keeping, that distillery closed down a long time ago, but nobody knows quite when. However, the current Loch Lomond distillery was founded in 1964 by the former owners of the Little Mill distillery, and the first distillation was back in 1966. However, in 1984, that distillery closed and it was reopened in 1987. Grain whisky production began in 1993, and at that time it was the only distillery in Scotland producing both malt and grain whiskies. It's also one of only 4 distilleries that has a cooperage on site. In front of me I have the single grain, the 12-year-old and the 1992 inch moan. This video is for the Loch Lomond 12-year-old. Okay, so let's start by pouring a dram. This particular whiskey is 12 years old. It's non-chill filtered and bottled at 46%. It's aged in 3 types of American oak, first fill bourbon, refill and recharged. So let's have a look at the whiskey. It's got a nice caramel colour to it, but I believe this may have some colour added to it, so this may not all be natural. Let's try it on the nose. Right, so I instantly get a hint of smoke and almost salty, sort of seaweed, sea air. There's big hint of caramel and toffee. That's really nice on the nose. Let's try it on the palate. Right, so smoke is the first thing I get. It's a big hit of smoke. Then there's this pepper that builds. I wouldn't say it's too strong. It's nice, it's warming, it's got a little bit of a kick to it. It doesn't immediately make me think I want to add water to it, which is nice. It's not a creamy whiskey. There's it's quite a fresh on the palate. It's got a hint of vanilla. Let's have another sip. It's quite soft. It's reminds me of things like baked apples. Maybe a hint of cinnamon there. I'm loving that. loving that spicy finish and that linger of the smoke. The pepper really clings to the tongue. It's quite nice. It's the sort of whiskey that you might enjoy mid-evening. It's the sort of whiskey I could possibly drink all night. It's lightly peated. It's not too strong. It's quite nice. But if I was going to drink it again and again, I might add a drop of water because that spiciness builds, or maybe just drink it a little slower. It's quite a refreshing peated whiskey, but that peat's not too strong. I get more creaminess, more caramel, toffee. It's got a few layers. It's quite enjoyable, this one, but it's very similar, that peppery, bitey, spicy finish to the single grain that I tried in my last video. It's something that Loch Lomond seems to have in a number of its range. It's definitely a whiskey I'd recommend. It's not overly expensive for a 12-year, and yeah, if you're in the market for something a little bit different, not too much peat, and something you can drink without having to add much water or very little at all, give it a go. Stauncher. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.